Hey guys, Anthony 4x4 Diesel. We're just going to have a quick look at a few filters and a bit of a discussion about a few related things. Now, first thing I want to say is, in a video recently, I'm not sure if I've released it or not, I did say, hey, in one video I said, do you mind if I include a little bit of financial advice? I'm not a financial advisor, any qualifications whatsoever, but I reckon I've got some pretty awesome ideas with money management. And the comments were, yeah, that's all right, chuck that in there, that'll be good. And in another video I said, hey, at the end I'll have something for you, and I actually forgot to say it, so I'm going to try and remember at the end of this one. I'll leave it till the end because it's, it's a little bit off topic, but it's a good tip that could save you definitely thousands or many thousands over a lifetime, and it's a really simple, easy thing to do. But let's do what this video is designed to do and have a look at these filters. The reason I would do this, oh excuse me, that bloody coronavirus again. There it is. No. Oh, look, there it is, That's what it is, eh? I'm not even joking around here. Look at that. That's my problem, right? Dust allergy today. We've got a northerly blowing, so it's going to get worse. Right? Look at that bit of coronavirus. Anyway, all jokes aside, yep, the noses, the throat's itchy, the eyes, it's all going to start happening. So I'll get on with it before I've got to go too much. Now, the idea was this client who's come in has supplied his oil and filters and whatever, which is cool. We got no issue with that. Even you can bring rubbish, crappy brands and that, and we'll fit them, and we'll make a video and tell everyone how crap they are. But anyway, Ryco, I'm not saying yet whether I'm telling you to buy Ryco or not. That'll all sort of come out because it's a bit of a yeah, but nah, but yeah, but nah, but you know what I mean? So there's pros and cons for Ryco. The way I see it is, it's been a trusted brand in the automotive industry for decades. They used to be made in Australia, actually, in Tottenham down there. I think, another place has taken over the building. And of course, all this sort of stuff is made overseas, which, a lot of Aussies like Australian made stuff. So that's something to keep in mind with your money. And I'll just say, quality sometimes, it pays. The poor man pays twice saying, or there's other sayings like that, you know what I mean? That's not really a nice one if you like, but so don't take it the wrong way, it's a common one. I hope you get what it means, don't take it offensively, but sometimes when you go, I'll go the cheaper option, it's not really cheaper, whether it's tyres, brakes, filters, whatever. Sometimes, filters are probably different, they're not going to last less like tyres and brakes can because they're cheaper, they might wear out quicker. Not necessarily, but let's have a look. I may do another video at a later date, direct comparison of genuine filter, Ryco filter, other brand filters, oil filter comparison. Now, we're not going to be cutting them open, but let's just have a look and I'll tell you what I see. I use a lot of genuine filters. That's what we generally use and what people use. So we're going to get all these out of the box one by one and have a look. Let's start off with the oil filter. It's a Z418. One by one, we're going to have a look and see what we see. Look, the box looks good. What I like here is genuine Ryco performance. What does that mean? New vehicle warranty is protected. So they're basically saying, we've got your back. If there's any issues with your engine and your manufacturer wants to blame the oil filter, new vehicle warranty is protected. So, that part would have to prove to be defective to void a warranty, in my opinion. But it could make things difficult. You're not going to have a problem under warranty with an engine usually, but if you do, maybe, let's say Toyota, for example, they might want to blame, it's got a Ryco filter. Well, Ryco will be there going, well, hang on a minute, prove there's something wrong with the filter. So let's get this out of the box, right? Let's have a look at it. Let's have a look where it's made, actually. Well, hang on, let's see if the box tells us. Right, so GUD, New Zealand Holdings, New Zealand. That's not where it's made, I can guarantee you. Altona North is obviously where their office is. Made in China to Ryco specification TS14. Obviously they set up quality machines and quality control and whatever. So in my opinion, Ryco filters usually look pretty good. Now I'm looking at the quality of the filter. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to tell you straight, with a Ryco filter, brand new out of the box once, I did have a problem once, okay? So we've had problems even with genuine filters leaking at the seam here, right? We're not going to worry about what brands, whatever, it can happen. It hasn't happened with a Toyota one, there you go. So Toyota genuine parts, awesome. Looking at this oil filter, I'm happy with the quality. One issue we had once, there was a cut through here, you couldn't see it. I didn't find out till it was on the vehicle, and I can tell you from experience, 100%, if you start an engine, and there's oil just absolutely pouring out, and you switch it off and you're quite a few litres of fully synthetic oils all over the floor, It could be caused by I took it off. There was no double seal, no issue. No, it's like, what's going on here? And it wasn't until I pulled that seal out of the filter and bent it, and it opened up, and I went, so that much oil. I couldn't believe how much oil pushed through a little cut. But anyway, that's what happened. Repco were quick to replace the oil in the oil filter. They didn't send it cleaners though, unfortunately. So there you go. Ryco Group Proprietary Limited. Look, good quality. We're not going to take that off for now, even though we're about to use it. I don't have an issue with Ryco filters. Now, what I'll say is, if you follow my information, oh look, and there's even a, I don't like that. I like genuine. Oh, it's just a bit of aluminum. It'll do the job. I prefer genuine, the ones with the blue fur on them. Okay, so there you go. There you got something out of that. I mean, it's free, so it's there. Would you use it? I don't know. I don't mind the oil filter, the sun plug washer. Not a fan. Z418. You can get them if you like. As far as I know, they're sort of 15 to 20 bucks at Repco and Super Cheap anyway, so they're not really cheap. You should be able to get a genuine filter from your local Toyota dealer for about 18 bucks, hopefully thereabouts. You know, screw them down a bit. Don't accept the full retail price. Do a deal, buy 5 at a time. You know, you're going to keep your car, buy 5, buy 10, whatever. Or even better, there's other suppliers around if you follow information where you can get them cheaper, and you can get them cheaper than these. So of course I recommend genuine, especially if it's the cheapest. So that one, that's kind of like an out, because you can get genuine cheaper. Not going to tell you here, you need to follow the information. Okay, let's have a look at the air filter. Let's read this. Ryco air filter. Improve fuel economy. Oh, it's improved fuel economy, is it? Oh, okay. That sounds interesting. No, that wasn't me laughing. I don't know how that would be. So, it's improved fuel economy. Right, and how does it do that? So, Toyota advertise, you know, keep the O2 advantage. You remember the old ads on TV over the last couple of decades, you know? Some older ads, the O2 advantage, air filters, important genuine parts and all that, you know? That's them and their marketing, you know, trying to convince you that genuine's the go. And here we've got Ryco telling you improve fuel economy. You want to put the rest of the information there? You mean the clean ones improve fuel economy over the dirty one? Because I don't know whether that's true anyway. My experience is when the air filter's clean, it can get more air means more fuel. Once it becomes blocked, even though it's not running right and become blocked and it's running rich, it still uses less fuel because it can't get the air to add the fuel to it, right? Anyway, so I don't know. Improved fuel economy, I don't know, maybe. Look, in theory, yes. When we've done some testing with K&N filters, in some conditions they tend to get a little bit better economy, but you know, I don't know if it was that controlled that it's fair to say that at this stage. So maybe a clean air filter does save you fuel, and it's probably proven maybe that's what they meant. A clean one's better than a dirty one. Are they trying to say their brand's better than others? Oh, it kind of looks like that, doesn't it? But yeah, anyway. Efficiency, life, flow. Well, if it's clean, it'll flow. It's going to last just as long as any one other. Well, maybe not actually. Let's get to that. Efficiency, well, look, they reverse engineer the filters. They get a Toyota filter and they test it, see what it does. Then they make one that does the same. They test it to make sure it's the same or better, because I think they say somewhere guaranteed to be, you know, the same or better. That's what genuine performance means, right? That's what they do. Let's have a look. But how good are they at copying things? Because, you know, with a genuine one, it's got a pre-filter on it. Bada bing, any pre-filter there. So where we look at life over here, what's the life of that going to be without that pre-filter there? Well, two ways to look at it, right? It's quite a coarse element that goes over the top. My nose is going off. I'm about to sneeze. Oh, hang on. It's on the edge. On the edge. Anyway, it's quite a coarse element that goes over the top. It's sort of glued on there. Really, the only thing it's going to stop is bigger stuff. When the bigger stuff, I'm talking about the genuine one, right? When the bigger stuff hits it, some of it's going to just stop there and not get in there. But if a leaf is bigger or a big bit of dirt goes in there and sits there, it's not going to block the filter anyway. So it doesn't matter if it's sitting there or on the outside. So that's my thoughts on it. If you follow me with that, this is the fine element that filters the fine dirt. A lot of the fine dirt gets stuck in this sort of material and you can't clean it out. So you can't clean filters, you need to replace it. Okay, let's have a look. The seal, the quality of the filter. In my opinion, it looks pretty good, right? There it is, Ryco A1522. 15 to the third 20. That's the batch. Look, it looks okay. But I think they need to be cheaper if they're going to compete with genuine. Genuine, if you're getting a good price from your Toyota dealership, you might be able to get them down around 40 bucks, okay? They retail closer to 50, 60 type thing. Again, do a deal to buy a few. they're definitely expensive, and having some other brands, we're looking into other brands of filters that we're going to be able to recommend that you can maintain and clean and perhaps work better, but not going to say too much until our R&D is complete. Our R, not our D. But look, it's just a piece of plastic with some paper. What a rip-off these things are, both genuine and aftermarket. These, on some vehicles, you know, were under $10 over the last couple of decades. Some brands, you know, how can one brand be dear? Oh, because okay, you copied the genuine one, and their price is X, so your price is X. Well, shouldn't it be? You know what? An air filter's an air filter. They're all $10. You know, $10. We wouldn't be talking about it. 15, 20, even $20, and everyone would be buying the Ryco. But you know what? I don't know how much it is. I didn't buy it. Client supplied. But last time I purchased one of these, I couldn't get them under $30 trade. Therefore, for another $10, I'm going to get genuine. You know what I mean? So it was no more than $10, no more than 20% more to get genuine. So in my opinion, get the genuine. Okay. So although there's probably nothing wrong with this, in my opinion, get the genuine. Right? Bulk deals, guys. Right? We can maybe even try and set something up for the people that are low, whatever. You know, if there's any, I know there's Toyota dealers and that watch some stuff. If they want to set up some deals, we've got a lot of people watching. It's growing. If you want to set up a deal for all these people and get the business, contact me. The number's in the video, 0490-261-013. You have to send me a text. The phone doesn't ring. It's text only. Just text me. Name, where you're from, vehicle, what you regarding. I'll prioritise getting back to you. Okay. Let's look at this one, Z780. This is something that people that have been watching know that we use, okay? Never had an issue. It doesn't come with a bracket, that's why it's probably cheaper. Now, to me, again, it should only be worth about $10. I've dealt with other vehicles for decades. I know how much fuel filters are. They can be anything from 10, 15, 20, 30, 50, 80, whatever, right? So, in my opinion, the fact that the retail on this was over $100 at Repco over the last few years is ridiculous. It got readjusted in the last 12 to 24 months down to around $50. It was at super cheap for a long time for about $30, $40. At one stage, super cheap quoted me, we can do them for $20 if you buy X amount. So to give you an idea of some information what they're really worth, right? Someone's making some money. It's a bit of steel, you know, whatever. It's pretty simple. In other makes and models, a similar filter's cheaper. So it's the same thing. That anyway, currently, they're about $40 to $50 retail at all these stores. I suggest you wait till they have a sale 25%, 35% or something more Ryco, or go into your auto barns that might be independently owned type thing, you know, might be, and talk to the manager and say, hey, I want to do a deal, I want to buy 10 of these, what can you do? If you can get these for about, look, I can tell you, if you're getting a cracker deal, it's going to be under $30. $30 is a reasonable deal. What does it say? Made in China. So it's all going to be kind of probably made in China or thereabouts. Did we look at the air filter? Where was that made? Let's have a look. Made in China, right? So just remember, everything's going to China. China's got all the money. They're the king. They're going to win. They're going to own you and everything if you keep buying everything in China, right? So, you know, we've got to share the love, but we can't get everything off China, and that's the way everything's going. And China's going to have all the money. They're going to own everything. Doesn't sound good, does it sound fair? We've got to share the love, mate, you know? Yeah, made in Thailand, that's all right. Bit of Thailand, bit of whatever, mate. Other countries, right? It's some made in Australia. A lot of made in Australia is good, you know? Let's be fair. I don't know if everything's sort of really fair at the moment. And you know what? Yeah, you're right. You're right. No, nobody ever said it's got to be fair. So that's cool. So if you want to say that one, well, we can say that one too. Well, we won't be fair either. Maybe we should all not play fair because it doesn't. Are we going to be fair or not? You know, you make a decision, fair or not fair. Anyway, fuel filter. It's China. Rubbish, right at the bin. No. Z780. Look, that's probably... I like the quality of it, right? I don't have a problem. They fit in the Toyota brackets. Never had a problem. They've got the caps on them, unlike some other cheap aftermarket brands where the caps are just off or falling off. These are, you know, they fit. You know, I've got to give it a bit of resistance to get the cap off. You know what I mean? I've never had these ones off unless someone's pulled them off, I guess. So I don't have a problem with that. So out of all these so far, that's the most likely one you're going to use. Let's put that over the side here as well. Now the Z699, people that have been watching, probably ready to have a laugh. Now, should I do the measurement on this one? Let's just have a quick look. Where's it made? You guess it as good as me. Made in China. Okay, right, Z699. That's the one that goes under the bottom. In case it wasn't clear, that's the one that goes under the tail shaft on the 1KD Prados, on the 120 and the 150. No V6s, no 1KZs, okay? Just the 1KD. Also the newer engine on the 150, the 1GD, they have one of these as well. The genuine Toyota part number might be different. The aftermarket part number may or may not be this. Looks the same, it's probably the same, but you have to confer with Ryco's listing because I haven't purchased one for a 1GD yet because they're too new. And of course, while it's fairly new, I recommend using genuine parts to save the argument with the manufacturer if you had any problems, okay? So, okay, the under bonnet one. The one which there's no replacement schedule with Toyota on a lot of the vehicles through the 1KD range, okay? Again, usually the quality of this I look at and I go, looks all right to me. There has been some people on forums I've seen over the years complaining about the quality of the drill holes there. It looks all dodgy, whatever. I don't have an issue with that. Just because you look at something doesn't tell you of the quality of the material and what's happening inside, if you know what I mean. But when I look at this filter, I'm happy with the quality, right? You know, Ryco, high efficiency, Z611. I'm happy with the quality. What I'm not happy about, I've demonstrated in other videos. I can't remember the measurement. Let me just see if I've got one. Hang on a sec. This will be funny. No, haven't got what I wanted. Right, because we had a heap of spare, the bases that go on the oil filters over the years that generally, right, okay, so the filter's got this guard, you got your water sensor screws in the bottom, then you got a guard that goes on there to protect that. Not that it would ever hit anything, and you probably don't need it in my opinion, but Toyota put it there, so I like to leave it there and put it there. Now, if this is 2 millimeters smaller, what happens when you do it up? It just falls off. And that was the case, and I don't know whether I doubt they've changed them. If anybody knows if they've changed them, let me know. I think, I'm just going from memory, it was something like 1.5 to 2 millimeters difference. The aftermarket Z699 was maybe, I don't know if it was 50 or 52 mil, and the OE one was, you know what, I'll grab an original filter, let's measure it. I'm going to grab the old school verniers. They're not a battery one, so you're going to have to sort of take my word for it a little bit. So I'm getting a genuine out of the box. Here we go. Get out, don't want to lose my O-ring. There's an O-ring there as well. Let that drop into the box. Okay, right, side by side. This is what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to go, first I'm going to take a quick measurement. I'm going to lock that up. I'm going to have to read it for you. Like I said, there's no digital thing there to... Look, that's tight, right? To show you, that's, say, 51 millimeters, right? Look, guys, it doesn't even fit on there. Watch this, watch. Doesn't fit, mate, right? Which confirms what I'm saying. This is how funny it is, Ryco. I've told you about this over 5 years ago. So many years ago, it's not funny, probably closer to 10. I've rang up, called up that many times. I've been at trade shows where I go to the Ryco stand and I mention it and they go, oh, you that guy that rings up here, and they have a bit of a giggle and whatever. Nobody cares, mate. You know, the thing's the wrong size and you don't even change it. Does it really cost that much to change it? You can just about see the size difference. Let's measure it. So I'm going to open that up. So this can open up. You can see it open. All right, I'm going to tell you what the measurement is. 53 millimeters, guys. Look, 53 on there. You can see it's tight. It's not falling off. Look at this. Right? Ryco, pathetic. Totally pathetic, okay? Totally pathetic. Let's see how funny that is, guys. You know, share the video around so people can see how pathetic some of the engineering is. You know, how hard is it to get that the right size? So what are people doing? You know, they're putting tape on there or putting things on there. They've got to stuff around and waste their time because you couldn't make it the right size. Or even when one of your best customers of Z699s calls up and says, can you please change that, because I would like to keep using them, but unfortunately I'm going to have to stop using them if you can't change it. Not only do they not change it, they keep putting the price up for the same thing. It's going up, 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 up. And guess what? You've priced yourself out of the market on those, because these are about the same price depending what you pay for them and where you buy them from, that sort of thing, right? So you know my deal, don't you, right? Bada bing. We'll put that over there so we don't confuse things, but I hope you get it. You've seen it, for yourself. This is too small. That means that bottom bracket, you got to ditch that. or you've got a mucker and a mucker, you put tape on there, and then over time it slides off anyway. So, you know, that's why I had a drawer full of them, I did, because every vehicle that it wouldn't fit on, I went, okay, well, you don't really know. I'll put those aside and then next service, and we went back to genuine. So that's all dollars lost to Ryco because you couldn't get it right. And as all the vehicles came back, when we put genuine on, genuine, that one over there, we refitted all those. That's why I've got none there, okay? Because this is ridiculous, okay? So that's what I don't like about that. Again, like the rest of them, quality-wise, and they probably do the job. Ryco, shame on you. Disappointing. I even spoke to the CEO about the problem in some messages. Can't remember your name. Never got back to me. I said, you know, let's have a tour of the factory or arrange the group, get everyone to come through. Everyone will be interested to see and learn for themselves how you know, engineer filters and stuff like that and test them and all that sort of stuff. But guess what? Never happened. Anyway, bada bing. Just let me sort out this phone. It's making a bit of noise in the background. Okay, so last but not least, cabin filter. Let's have a look what the cabin filter looks like compared to a standard cabin filter. All right. There's the part number that's been supplied. This is all parts that have been supplied for a 150 Prado. Okay, let's have a look at this overpriced piece of paper. Yeah, one of them. So it's one of those, because there's different cabin filters aftermarket. The genuine ones, you know, they're all white. They do flow really well. They work really well. That's cool. There's some aftermarket ones. You can get the what do we use? What's that brand? Westfield? Yeah, Westfield, I think. In that. Look, cabin filters, it's not going to save your engine. It's just filtering your air coming into the cabin. Go the cheapest one you can get. You can get on eBay. It's something like buy 3, get 1 free. So you get 4 for about $40 to $45. You get 4 guys, $10 each, you know, to your door. Just get onto it, right? I wouldn't waste your money on this. Last time I got a price, again, expensive, not far off genuine for a piece of paper, you know what I mean? These ones are not as thick as the Westfield ones. So the Westfield, look, they're solid. I'm sure they do the job, but I reckon they flow less because they're so dense, you know what I mean? So I'm not a super fan of those, but again, from Burson's you get them for 20, 25 bucks. Again, at eBay, you get them half the price. And quite often they're those plain white ones that look just like the genuine Toyota ones. I've used them. They filter the air just the way they're meant to. Cabin filter doesn't matter too much. This is another, in my opinion, rip-off scheme. You know, not picking on Ryco alone for the rip-off scheme, but, you know, the genuine Toyota ones, as far as I know, they're about 60 bucks. Shame on you, Toyota. 60 bucks for a piece of paper. Come on. We've been loyal. We've purchased your cars. Yeah, they're good. You know what? Please allow us to get the filters at a reasonable price. And while we're at it, Toyota, you know, 25 bucks for that if it's genuine. 50 for that. 50 for that. You know, they're closer to 100. You can get them cheaper again, you know. Air filters, 60 bucks. Come on, you know. Oil filters, 20 something, low 20s is not too bad, but it's not good. So Toyota, we're going to send everyone in your direction for the next decades if you can do some prices along these lines. So it's time for a price reset. It's coronavirus, COVID-19. Some people are doing it hard. They haven't got jobs. Some people are really affected, so now's the time to show how much you care and have a price reset. This is Toyota Motor Corporation Australia needs to look at this, maybe talk to Japan. Oil filters, $15 for all oil filters in the Toyota range. That'd be good, right? 15 bucks. Air filters, if it's genuine, let's make it 30, okay? That's a big amount of money, really, and that's not much cheaper. You just have to sort of drop the price a little bit and do trade for everyone that mentions this channel, 4x4 Diesel. The rear fuel, 100 bucks. Come on, guys, you know. Make it 50. 50 is still a lot of money. It's good for you. These make them 50. Then it's simple. How much is your fuel filter? 50. 1KZ, 50. 1KD, 50. All of them, 50 bucks, right? 50 bucks for fuel filters, right? Cabin filter. Well, that was, how much did we say that was? If that's 30, this is worth bloody 10. But anyway, 30, 20. There you go. I think that's fair pricing. Then we can just go bang, genuine Toyota. Guys, I hope you got something out of this. That's my opinion. Just showing you those Ryco filters and any pros and cons that I could think of. As far as I know, were they all made in China? Made in China again, yeah. So, if I remember correctly, all made in China. Boxes look nice. It's marketing fluff and goo. All this, you know, improved fuel economy. Right, so it looks fancy and all that. How about this, a service kit? Get rid of the packaging, right? We don't even want the fancy packaging. We just want quality filters at the right price. Toyota, can you do that? Get rid of the fancy boxes and whatever and just put a kit together with all of that in one kit at a reasonable price. What do we say? 100, 150 plus that. 165 bucks for the pack. There you go. There's a deal. Nothing wrong with that. You just get 165 for supplying some paper and a bit of steel that's going to be scrap metal. That's good money for you, right? And that's fair. But yeah, that's right. Didn't have to be fair. No, I promised a financial tip at the end, didn't I? Just quickly then. Excuse me. The best tip off the top of my head that I remember from my financial advisor when I was 18, right? When I was 18, yeah, financial advisor, right? Top bloke, honest, really just someone you want to, you know, listen to, be around, genuine, right? And he'll probably never watch this video, but his name's Mike, and if he does, mate, you know, you can just shoot me a text and let me know you watch it, because I'll be surprised if you did, but if you do, you never know. He said, always pay off your credit card. I said, what do you mean? You know, like, yeah, I'll pay it off eventually. You know, no, always pay the statement balance, right? So you know how they say, oh, 55 days interest free? Understand, it's, or whatever it is, every card's different, right? And I'm not a financial advisor, but I know how credit cards work. They're all different. Some have got interest free periods. It's not 55 days from the day you purchase it. Be clear about that. It's up to 55 days, and it's from your statement, right? It's, you got to pay your statement balance. So this is, I'll give you an example of how it works, right? So your purchases, say for the month of you know, June, from the 1st of June till the 25th of June, will come out on a well, it's probably not that, it'll come out on a statement after that period, let's say on the 30th of June, and then they'll give you 20 days to pay it. So it's got to be paid by, say, the 20th of July. So therefore, whatever you purchase on the 1st of June is got the interest-free period until the 20th of July, right? So there's your 50 days, you know, ballpark, I'm giving you an example, right? If you purchased it on the 24th of June, you've only got about 25 days, right? So understand that. Don't just think it's 20. So hopefully somebody learnt something from that tip. So the key is not to pay off your balance. You can always have a balance there, right? You can have a balance. You can owe $100,000 if you like, right? But as long as you pay your statement balance. So what was your statement last month? Okay, so on the 20th of July, my statement balance was $23,000 or $23 or $200, whatever you want, right? $5,000, whatever. Whatever it was, right? You've got to pay that by the due date, and then it's interest free. If you pay $1 less, you may as well have not paid it. You might as well pay the minimum payment and left your money earning interest, because you're going to pay full interest, and it's a high interest rate. That's why we talk credit cards first. Really important, guys, to not have, if you can't manage your money, then don't have credit cards, right? I know it's going to be, some people are going to go, oh, but it helps me, and I get it, but help isn't always help. It's kicking the can down the road, okay? If you can't manage money, get rid of credit cards, don't have them, okay? If you can manage money, credit cards can be awesome, because you can borrow money for free, okay? You can get rewarded for it, right? This is where, if everybody does this, it just won't work out for the banks, right? You can borrow money for free, okay? You can get rewarded for it on top. So in the meantime, your money's in the bank earning interest, as low as interest rates might be, or invested in whatever you want, right? But temporarily, because you need to pay that statement balance. Don't spend money you haven't got. There you go, guys. Hopefully that helped. And more financial tips, please, in the comments, what did you like better? The Ryco filter review or the financial comment that's going to save you thousands if you're not already doing so? If you don't understand it, please put in the comments, I don't understand. I'll explain it a bit more at the end of another video. Bada bing, guys. If you haven't already, remember, please give me the thumbs up if you got something out of that, and subscribe if you haven't already, and turn that bell on so you don't miss out on the next one. And yeah, I'll be looking in the comments for those answers and comments. Thanks, guys. Thanks for your support. See ya.